Today I'm going to talk to you about 3 changes to the Manitoba real estate scene that are now in effect. They've already passed as legislation, and these changes were pushed by the Anti-Competition Bureau of Canada. The first change has to do with how a realtor in Manitoba is registered. Now, I'm in Winnipeg, I live and work here, therefore I'm registered under Winnipeg Realtors. That's the board that I'm connected to. And this new change, the first one, has to do with how I'm registered, because let's say I prefer the way that the Brandon Real Estate Board is run and how they handle their fees and so on. Now I can register under Brandon if I want, regardless of where I physically live and work. So that's the first change. Not really a big one for consumers. It really affects more realtors as a business. The second change has to do with the maximum penalty a realtor can incur for major infractions. It used to be $10,000, now it's $50,000 per infraction. I think this is a big one, and it will affect directly consumers. Okay, if I break this rule, I will benefit, say, $50,000, but I only have to pay $10,000 in the maximum penalty, therefore I'm netting $40,000. It's worth it, so I'm going to proceed with that infraction. And yes, that does happen, or has happened, and I've heard of stories like this. I think the new $50,000 maximum penalty is a good thing. It will keep realtors who are on the fence about making stupid decisions at bay. $50,000 can take someone out of business altogether. So that's a good change. The third change is the one I think that's going to have the most positive effect for consumers and for realtors alike. The third change has to do with how a realtor earns money. Now, technically we all earn commission. Winnipeg Realtors was the only board left in Canada where you couldn't earn another income via a T4. What that means is a realtor in Winnipeg couldn't, say, have another profession as a teacher or dentist or something unrelated to real estate, because the thinking at that time was that a realtor needs to give more time and energy to their clients. Therefore, if they have another career, they'll be distracted and maybe make mistakes and so on. Now that's no longer the case. Now, a teacher, for example, an engineer, a dentist, a plumber, anybody can have a real estate license in Manitoba and keep another income that's recorded as a T4. So generally that's employment. Myself personally, I do collect other forms of income, and that's technically investment income because I have investments that subsidize me when the market adjusts seasonally. Technically, being a realtor is like having a seasonal career. It's very busy in spring, it's reasonable in summer, and there's some action in the fall. Once we hit winter, it's very slow. Therefore, before, a realtor would really have to manage their money well or have other sources of income to sustain themselves, especially if they have expenses having to do with family and other things like that. Where I'm going with this is, I think it's good, this third change. And now that I have a brokerage, I'm actively seeking realtors who want to work with me in my brokerage. And now that we have this change, it may encourage people who are cautious to make the jump and do the coursework and get their license, all the while keeping their other career happening. And eventually, they can go 100% into real estate. As I said, this is a very new change. It took effect the beginning of October, and I've only told you guys now because this is when I got around to making this video. So if you have any questions about a career in real estate, you're more than welcome to connect with me directly at info@davidfouad.com. And for the rest of you, continue watching my videos. I appreciate your attention and your loyalty to me as far as consuming my content. I'll see you guys in the next one.